If you are looking for another show this year that is just as good as Storage Wars, The Barter Kings is just perfect for you and your family. The lineup on A&E is always so well chosen for each season of the year. Many of the reality television favorites are well produced and A&E originals that you will not find anywhere else. The Barter Kings is a show that follows two business partners that trade for things instead of selling them. Antonio has a medical condition called Tourette's syndrome that sometimes makes him say words over and over, or sometimes he vocalizes sounds wildly. He never lets his illness get in the way of making a good trade, or provide a good life for his family. Steve has been Antonio's friend for a long time and began trading for a living when he was laid off from his job. Steve also has a wife and children to provide for, which does not seem to be hard when you barter for a living. Both men take a very small second-hand item and try to trade up to a more expensive item using the item's appeal as well as their salesman skills. You have to have a lot of knowledge when you are trying to barter an item, which Antonio and Steve certainly possess. It is fun to watch the two of them argue about who is going to get the better trade. Sometimes they obtain some amazing items such as jukeboxes and cars in their trades. Not every trade goes the way they want them to, but eventually they are able to reach the goals they set for themselves. After their strings of trades, the two business partners compare notes about how much their final item costs and the item they started out with at the beginning of the string. There is a misconception that all barterers are con artists that are out to completely cheat you. However, Antonio and Steve honestly are not like that at all. They also always keep their word when they are making a trade. If they say they will get an old photo of an ant, for example, you can be sure that the two will keep their promise. In today's economy, it is always good to know that people can still find the things they want, if they are willing to trade for them. The Barter Kings is a window into the culture of bartering and some of the information you will need to know when trading an item to someone else. That is not to say that everyone will use trades for items, but it is good information to know ahead of time. This year, give the Barter Kings a chance and watch the amazing things that Antonio and Steve come across. You may even find other shows on A&E that are just as enjoyable at the same time when you are watching. You will not be disappointed when you take the time to watch at least one show.